Epcot. It is a beautiful day here in Florida. A great day to spend a lot of time here at the theme parks. Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back. I am Cris the girl, and that's right, today we are hanging out at Disney's several Disney parks today. So we parked at Epcot. We're actually not going into Epcot quite yet. We're gonna hop on the monorail, head over to the Magic Kingdom. Epcot's sort of acting as our central hub for all the parks that we're gonna hit up today. This video is going to be about my memories at Disney during the holidays. If you don't know, if you're new to the channel, I grew up here in Kissimmee. I grew up in Florida, and my mom was a cast member here at Disney. So we went to the parks all the time in the 90s, in the 2000s. Even when my mom stopped working here at Disney, we were always pass holders, and the holidays, Christmas time is such a special time for my family, and we spend a lot of time here at the parks building memories and creating traditions and all of that stuff. So today's video is going to be all about sharing that. I have some photos with me as well to share with you all, some stories, and we're also going to experience the new stuff. A lot of new stuff going on here at Disney, new additions, new things to see and to do, so hopefully we can catch some of that as well. And yeah, it's going to be a great, beautiful day here at the park. So thanks so much for clicking on this video. Surely do hope that you enjoy it. Happy holidays, everybody. Let's get on the monorail. Let's go. Could this be the monorail for us? It could be if we scooch up there really, really, really fast. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's try to catch this monorail. Okay. Morning workout successful. We beat the monorail up here. Okay. Whew. Here it comes. Looks like a monorail gold. Will be the monorail for the morning. We made it to the TTC, and I think I'm gonna ferry boat it over to the Magic Kingdom. Okay, Magic Kingdom, here we are. Train is pulling into the station. Perfect timing. And just taking a look at the Minnie and Mickey topiaries in the front. Their little Santa hats, some presents. Pretty adorable. We made it inside through the gates. Just want to take a look at the garland hanging up here as well. Always very pretty. It's been quite some time since I have been to Disney during the holidays. I want to say 2017, if I had to guess. So, not the longest time, but it wasn't, you know, the past few years ago. It's been a little while. So I'm interested to see if anything has, like, really changed or been updated or whatever. So far, it doesn't really look like it. I have always enjoyed the toy soldiers out front here. And as far as I know and can remember, the tree has basically always been the same as well. I remember as a child looking at it and seeing all of the presents and toys and such down at the base of the tree, and then looking all the way up to the tippity top of the tree. Yeah, all the gingerbread ornaments, the popcorn garland. It looks pretty much the same. Fun fact about these toy soldiers, for the Very Merry Christmas Party, they do a special Christmas parade, of course, and they usually have the toy soldiers marching in the parade. And in years past, they used to play instruments like trumpets and percussion and such. I don't think they're doing that anymore, which is a real darn shame. But my brother was actually in the parade many, many years ago, about a little over 10 years ago now. Wow, actually 13 years ago now that I'm thinking about it. Holy moly. But yeah, I've actually had a few friends that were in the parade for many years, percussionists specifically. So that was a really cool moment to see him march in the parade that year and be in the toy soldier outfit. It was a really cool experience for him, I know, and a really cool experience for us as well. Also good to know that they have not changed the Christmas music here on Main Street too. It is like literally the exact same stuff since the 90s, and I am not mad at it. Also, what's been the same since the 90s, these window displays here featuring Mickey's Christmas Carol. which they used to display in downtown Disney, now Disney Springs. But they've moved it over here to the Magic Kingdom, I don't know, years ago. I couldn't tell you when exactly, but it used to be at Disney Springs, downtown Disney at the time. And that was one of my favorite things as a kid, going to downtown Disney and looking at these windows, seeing all of the Christmas Carol figures going on in here. It was kind of creeped me out a little bit too. As we walk down Main Street here, one of the first photos that I want to share with you is from 2002. When my family did a very, very rare thing. We did a PhotoPass photo. This is probably like the only one that we have from Disney, to be quite honest. Yeah, that's all of us there. You can tell I'm a teenager, and so is my brother, and we're not super happy about taking a photo. But man, as an adult now, so glad that we did, because now we have these memories. I have these memories, and I can share with you all. I don't know why we decided to get a PhotoPass photo that day. We literally never did that, but for some reason we have it here now. We did it, 2002, and now once again I can look back at it as an adult, and it's one of the few photos that I have with my entire family, which again sounds completely ridiculous, but there you go. And not only that, but it's a holiday photo, and in one of our most favorite places ever, the Magic Kingdom at Disney, doing one of our most favorite things ever, enjoying the holidays together. So there you go. Super glad and thankful that we decided to do this back in 2002, and now we can reflect and think about it now in whatever the heck year this is. 2023, that's it. The lesson here today, and the thing that I'm going to be stressing probably the most, is don't take things for granted. I wish beyond anything that I could go back. I'm going to try not to cry too much in this video, but I can't promise anything. It is a Cris the Girl vlog. But if I could go back as a kid and relive those memories, I would do it in a second. Like, there would be no question about it, because they were some of the best memories, if not the best memories, that I have ever had. So thanks, Mom and Dad. Don't take things for granted and enjoy them while you're in that very, very moment. Always live in the present and always be grateful for the things that you have, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. For one thing, on a slightly less serious note, the lights on the castle. Oh my gosh. Does anybody remember when they put lights all over the castle? Beautiful blue lights, Christmas lights. And then it would turn on, at nighttime. Oh my gosh, it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And they took that away, I don't know how long ago, but it's been gone for a while. And it really is a darn shame. A real darn shame. I know why they did, because they're doing, projections and all that crap on the castle. But honestly, I would much rather have the Christmas lights personally. That was really something to behold. And once again, we find ourselves over at the Haunted Mansion. It says it's only a 40-minute wait. I don't know. We'll see about that, but I think I'm going to go ahead and wait anyway, because the Hatbox Ghost has finally arrived, unfortunately, and I kind of want to really see this for myself. And so yeah, I think we're going to head in line. All right, here we go. Hatbox Ghost. Still got the endless hallway. So that was okay. I'm still behind the fact that the Hatbox Ghost shouldn't be there at all, period, because Madame Leota has not summoned the ghost yet. So why is there a ghost before she does that? I still think that it completely just kind of wrecks the whole point of all of that, and like the storytelling aspect of it. The Hatbox Ghost looks great. It's a great animatronic, etc., etc. I don't know why they couldn't have put it in the attic like they did in Disneyland. Makes a heck of a lot more sense where it was supposed to be in the first place. So yeah, I'm not so happy about it. I think it's, honestly, just being totally honest, I think it's trash. Don't think it should be there at all. But at least the endless hallway is still there. That's the most important part, is that endless hallway. So I guess there's that. But yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. In any case, the next part of our trip down memory lane here actually takes us to the Columbia Harbor House across the street here. So, just some history here for you. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party actually started off as a cast member only Christmas party. So Disney would open up the Magic Kingdom for the evening only for cast members and their friends and family. And the whole park would just be open to them to enjoy as a thank you, to say thank you for working so hard. You know, it's the holidays, etc., etc. And it was so popular and so much fun, and people wanted to go to it, you know, non-cast members and such, that from what I understand, Disney kind of got the wise idea of, hey, why don't we charge people for this and open it up to everybody? And so Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party was born. I was actually doing some research on it last night, and I wasn't able to find any dates as to when the cast member parties started, when they ended, when the Christmas party began, etc., etc. But it was sometime in the 90s. But thankfully, as I said at the beginning of this video, my mom worked at Disney in the 90s, so we actually got to experience a couple of those famous cast member holiday parties. And the reason that we're talking about the Columbia Harbor House is because I distinctly remember going inside of there and taking some photos. This one here is from 96, and then this one here is from 98. So the party obviously went through at least 98. Okay, so check it out. The carpet is actually really, really important. By the way, we're on the second floor now of the Columbia Harbor House, but check this out. So this is the 98 photo, and right below our feet you can see the carpet, very, very distinct there. And now check it out here today, the very same carpet. Oh my gosh. So somewhere up here on the second level is where we took this very photo, 1998. This one is also particularly pretty cool because 96, you can see in the corner there on the right hand side of the photo, 25 years. So that means the castle may or may not have been that weird cake that it was, the infamous cake for the 25th anniversary, which yes, we did see all the time. I distinctly remember the infamous cake castle. I kind of liked it as a kid. I don't remember a ton about the cast member holiday parties, I'm not gonna lie, but I think they were pretty darn similar to the Christmas party today, in which there was, like, I remember free cocoa and cookies, and obviously there's the photos that we have here too, which are really, really cool. And I also have a very old, very much falling apart photo frame that my mom got as a present for one of the cast member holidays as well, that I'm showing a picture up on the screen here too. So got a few memorabilia from those days, from the 90s, back when Disney did a little bit more for their cast members. And might as well keep up the momentum of this so far awesome day by taking a ride on the riverboat. I actually gotta kill some time here because I can't park hop until 2 p.m. in, once again, Disney's infinite wisdom. But that's fine. It's about noon right now, so I think by the time we head back over to Epcot, it should be about time. But I have, you know, we got time. Might as well ride one of my most favorite rides, the riverboat. Can't honestly say that I have any holiday memories working on the riverboat either, or even riding the riverboat during the holidays. I'm sure we did, but I don't remember for the life of me. I may not have even been working on the riverboat during the holidays because I didn't even work here for a year, so no memory at all. While we're waiting for the riverboat to take off too, this would probably be a good time to mention that we're not going to Animal Kingdom today. I had plans to, but I don't think it's gonna work out. And honestly, I don't have that much to show or tell regarding the Animal Kingdom. I don't even have old photos or anything like that. All that I can really say is that I very much have strong memories working at the Animal Kingdom, in Dino Land, in Dino-Rama specifically during the holidays, because they changed the music playlist to holiday music, to Christmas music. And let me tell you, Let me tell you, it was the worst of the worst holiday music, depending on what your tastes are. We're talking All I Want for Christmas Is My Two Front Teeth. We're talking I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. Just all of like the funky, weird, quirky Christmas music on a loop. So that's my biggest memory of the Animal Kingdom working during the holidays, is that, and that's kind of hard to show and tell on the YouTube video here, especially because I can't even share the dang music without getting a copyright. But there you go. That music, that playlist is burned in my brain forever. So I got a hot tip from my parents that Sleepy Hollow actually has house-made potato chips. And if you know me, if you've been watching the channel, you know how much I love Buc-ee's house-made potato chips. It's literally my most favorite thing ever. So we're gonna give these a go. They'd be better if they were warm, but they're super, super good. I might have to get these every single time I go to the Magic Kingdom now. Thank you to my parents for discovering these. With that though, we're actually gonna be heading out of the Magic Kingdom. We got 2 more parks to hit up, a lot more memories, a lot more photos. So see you later, Magic Kingdom. It was great to see you during the holidays once again. And just like that, we're off of the Express monorail and we're waiting for the Epcot monorail next. It's about 1 o'clock. So I still have an hour before I can enter another theme park. Wow, yeah, there it is. It's open. Straight shot. We'll check that out later. Still a lot of work to do in the middle here. There she blows, back to Epcot. Next park we gotta head to is the studios, and I kind of thought that I would just walk through Epcot, get to the other side, and then walk out of the other gate, and then walk to the studios. Basically the longest way to get there, but your girl doesn't really like the sky thing, so that's kind of my option, unless I move my car, which I'm trying not to do. Unless we can take a bus. I'm gonna go see if there is a bus to the studios, and then we can do that, because it's 1:15 right now, so we still have 45 minutes to kill anyway. By the way, take a minute to appreciate how freaking huge this platform is from the monorail, getting off of the monorail into Epcot. One of the many testaments to what the Imagineers and everybody thought, that Epcot was going to be the biggest thing. It was going to be bigger than the Magic Kingdom, and they built it with the thought of there's going to be tons and tons of crowds. And I'm sure this is one of the things that they made extra wide to accommodate for said crowds. But the only problem is the crowds never really came to Epcot, unfortunately, which doesn't make sense to me because it truly is like the best theme park. But anyway, just thought I'd point that out. Indeedy, there is a bus to Hollywood Studios. Thank goodness. Gate number 10. By the way, park-to-park transportation available after 1:30. So they really discourage you from trying to get to the other parks, that's for dang sure. So just want to point out how nice it is over here. Look at all of the trees lining the walkway to the buses. It's kind of nice. This whole thing is reminding me of a video I did earlier this year on taking all of the different kinds of Disney transportation in one day. Monorails, trams, boats, buses, all that good stuff. It was a lot of fun. The video's out there if you want to watch it. We've made it to Hollywood Studios. It is about 1:40, so we still have 20 minutes until we can head inside, which is fine. We're making great time today, and again, we kind of have time to kill because one of the things that we're doing at Epcot, actually a couple things we're doing at Epcot, requires it to be dark out. So ultimately, we're making great time. So this might actually be a really good time while we're waiting to be able to go inside of the park to talk about my memories here at the studios, which I gotta tell you this is the most painful one to me, for sure. Back in my day, back for, oh gosh, like maybe 30 years or so, I can't remember exactly how long the Osborne spectacle of dancing lights went on. But they had a holiday event here called the Osborne Lights. They weren't always dancing, but that's besides the point. My family and I have been going to that event basically every single year since that thing opened, all the way up to the very last day of it as well, which I very much remember. It was a really sad day, really sad evening. I still remember when I got the news about it closing for good, and I sobbed. I was incredibly upset, still incredibly upset every single Christmas, because that is literally an event that I grew up with. It wasn't the holidays, it wasn't Christmas until we came here to the studios and we saw those lights. And it was amazing. If you've seen photos and videos, or maybe you've experienced it yourself, then you know that was truly a special event. And now it's gone. It's been replaced with Star Wars Land. Because that used to be where like New York Street was, and like Streets of America, I should say, and the residential streets and all of that good stuff. You know, the studios has changed, oh gosh, so much over the years. Ever since it opened back in '89, it has changed a lot. But yeah, all of that area is gone now because Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land is in its place. And I gotta tell you, I would replace that for the Osborne Lights any day of the week. Any day of the week, I would replace that. I don't think that's just my personal opinion, but I've got history there, so yeah. It's a real darn shame. You know, my family and I, we planned our nights. We planned the night that we were going to go see the lights that year, and we made it a whole big thing. My parents would wear their Santa, Minnie, and Mickey hats. And that was Christmas. And now it's not there anymore, and it's really sad to me. Like, it's hard. It's one of the hard parts about growing up in a theme park, growing up in a place that changes so much, and that has to change so much. And yeah, so it's hard. It's hard on people like me. But anyway, when we go inside of the park, I'll talk more about it. I'll share some photos and some video with you all. We're also going to talk about Jollywood nights, or whatever the heck they're calling. I don't even know what they're calling it. Their new holiday thing that they're charging an arm and a leg for. We're going to be talking about that as well. I have some very, very strong feelings about that. And after I've blabbered on about all of that, we've walked up to security, gone through security. It is now 1:58, and we should be able to get inside. Wow, they got some good Muppet stuff in here. I really like this Kermit sweater. Wish it wasn't 1,000 degrees out right now. Can't tell you how long this has been here, if this is a new thing for like their Jollywood stuff, or if this is something that they've had in the past couple of years, don't know, but I've never seen it before. A poodle walking a bunch of little poodles. That's kind of cute. Look across the lake here at the Christmas tree, which used to stand before the park entrance, if I'm not mistaken. Again, can't tell you when they moved it inside of here. No idea. That was just my recollection. That's what I would have counted on. Also, good old Gertie there with a Santa hat on. Super cute. All the ornaments out in the lake here. And right where I was just standing, Max literally just walked up, and now he's doing some photo shoots with everybody. How adorable is that? I suppose part of the shame of it being on this little island here is the fact that no one can go up and take a picture next to it, but whatever. What do I know? It's a very pretty tree. That's what matters. Walking into what used to be the beginning of Streets of America here. Feeling a little sad. I think before we keep talking about it, though, I'm gonna I'm gonna head into Muppets. Part of the reason is because it's one of my favorites, but it's also one of the only attractions I can do here at the studios, so gotta take advantage of that. Because I've seen the show 5,000,000 times, I thought it might be fun to sit in the very front row so I can get a good view of the Penguin Orchestra there. I think I say this every single time I finish watching the Muppets. That show is a treasure, truly one of the best things on this property. And if they ever take it away, we're burning the place to the ground, okay? We're burning it to the ground. But they did make a lot of changes in there. They've finally replaced the seats in there, which is really good because those were looking mighty rough. And they've changed some of the projections in there as well. You could tell that they have made some nice little updates. So they've put some money in there. They've put some change in there, thankfully. So I hope that means that they're, investing into this and that they're not going to take it away from us anytime soon. Please do not take this away from us anytime soon. One of the reasons why the Osborne Lights is so special too is because it was a quote-unquote free event, or I should say it wasn't a separate ticketed event. You just need your normal park admission, and then at night when the lights came on you got to enjoy it, and it was truly a sight to behold. It was amazing. Thousands upon thousands of lights. It was absolutely beautiful and breathtaking, and you can definitely see why my family and I would come here every year to experience it. And now it's gone. And in its place is a ticketed event. The Osborne Lights has changed over the years too, with first of all, the addition of Residential Street with all of the houses in the back here. If you know, you know. But then those got taken away for the Stunt Spectacular show, the car show, and then it was just the Streets of America back in here. So it's evolved throughout the years, and then like I said too, it wasn't always dancing lights either. It used to just, be non-dancing lights. So yeah, it's changed a lot over the years, but overall the same sentiments have been the same. Tons and tons of Christmas lights. And essentially what you did was you just walked through it. I remember we would always grab some hot chocolate and maybe a cookie or something like that, and you just walked through it. They would have snow, fake snow of course, but snow and all the music, and they used to have little glasses that you put on, little cardboard glasses that make the lights look like they were angels or snowflakes or whatever. Again, if you know, you know. Hopefully I'm explaining this okay. But you just hung out and you just walked through it and you enjoyed it. Took photos and video and just enjoyed the holiday season. It was really, really, really nice. And now we have this Star Wars land, which I know that's a hot take. So many people love this area of the park. It's basically what saved the studios, let's be honest here, because there wasn't much going on before this. So I get it. Look, I understand. But the older and older I get, the less enchanted I become with this section of the park. I don't know. Especially around this time of year, like I said, I would give anything to just have Streets of America in Residential Street and have my lights and have it be Christmas. Again, I know it's a hot take. I know no one's agreeing with me here, and I'm not asking anybody to agree with me either. I get it. I totally get it. There wasn't much going on before Star Wars Land, but I don't know. Those are just my thoughts and opinions on it all. I have a lot to say about Jollywood. A lot to say. First of all, let me preface by saying that I have not attended the event, and a big reason behind that is because it's very, very, very expensive. And I don't want to put my money towards it. It's a lot of money. We could afford it. We could do it if we wanted to, but it's a lot of money. And neither of us, myself or Jay, really felt like it was a good way for us to spend our money. So there's that. But I can say, based on my experience here at Disney, which is all of 30 plus years now. And again, having been here for the holidays, having experienced the Osborne Lights, which again was not a separate ticketed event and sounds 1,000 times better than anything I've ever heard about Jollywood, the audacity that they have to charge so much money for this event and not offer that much is bananas to me. Totally bananas. To the fact where like it feels like a scam to me. It really, really does. And I did voice these opinions back when I found out that they were charging so much money for it. And a lot of people did disagree with me. A lot of people said that they were putting their money towards it, that they were excited about it, that these things happen, that, you know, because they're charging so much, that means that the crowds will be less, etc., etc. And I don't agree with it. I don't agree with any of that. First of all, if we're putting the thought out there that because something is so expensive, that means less people will attend the event, that means that only rich people are allowed to attend this event. That means that only a certain class of people, a certain percentage of people should be allowed to experience a nice, wonderful thing here at Disney, a Christmas event at Disney. And I think that's bananas. I don't think that that is a good... I don't agree with that sentiment. I never have. I never will. And yeah, I just, from what I hear and from what I understand, they haven't really offered a ton. And the fact that it's as expensive as the Christmas party over at the Magic Kingdom also just blows my mind, considering this is the very first year that they're putting this event on. So again, like the audacity to me. And yeah, they've gone 30 years doing a quote-unquote free, a not separate ticketed event here. That was amazing. There's no reason on this earth that Disney cannot do something similar to that or offer some special Christmas offering that doesn't cost an arm and a leg for all the people that are coming here to visit who are already spending an arm and a leg to have a nice vacation here. Those are just my thoughts on it all. So yeah, it's really a shame to me. I honestly, the whole Jollywood thing is kind of, it feels like the last straw for me in regards to Disney and how I feel about it. I've already been so on the fence with it, and I've voiced many opinions on this channel, many controversial opinions on this channel. I've never been too afraid to share those with you all. But that's just, I don't know, that's just how I feel about it. And I feel like this in particular is just so egregious to me. It is so disgusting to me, honestly. It really is. Like, it really makes me mad. You can ask Jay. I like ranted and raved about it when I first found out that they were charging so much for this stupid event. And look, if you have the money to go do it and you want to go do it and you went and you had a great time, good on you. That's fantastic news. I'm really happy to hear that. But I know a lot of other people did not have a good time and they spent a lot of money on it. And that's a real shame, especially because once again, we know for a fact that Disney can offer things without charging that much more for it. So there you go. There's my honest rant about all of that. If I were you, it's kind of late in the season, so it is what it is, folks. If you already bought your tickets for it, I'm sure it's going to be a blast. I'm sure you'll have a great time. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. I don't want to discourage you from not going. But I know if it was me, I would definitely put my money towards the Very Merry Christmas Party over at the Magic Kingdom. It's earned the reputation. It's earned the ability to charge that much for that event. It's a great event. So, yeah, I don't know. That's that. Okay, let's move on. I'll say this though, I know a lot of people don't like Toy Story Land. I love it. I think it's adorable. I think they did a great job here. The rides are super cute. The theming is super cute. And if we had to lose something for this, so be it. So be it, I guess. I'd still rather have my lights, but this is a little bit better to me than Star Wars Land. With that, we're gonna head out of the studios and make our way back to Epcot. Here's something that they've managed to keep though. The Minnie's doing the little step in here. Always super cute. At least they have that. So at this point, any sane person would probably just take the Skyliner over to Epcot, but we're gonna walk it, partly because this thing terrifies me and I can use the exercise. Could always use the exercise, but also we're gonna make a stop along the way to Epcot. Just some final thoughts about the studios as we walk away. I'm very shadowy right now, it's fine. But just some thoughts as we walk away from the studios. It's funny because, I guess funny, because I still feel like everything is there. I still feel like I'm gonna go and the backlot tour is gonna be there, Residential Street's gonna be there, the Streets of America, the Honey, I Shrunk the Audience play area, all of that stuff. The Great Movie Ride, I still feel like it's all there. I just haven't seen it yet. I just haven't done it yet. But that's not the case. It's gone. It's really gone. But it's still somewhere in the back recesses of my mind. I'm like, it can't be gone. It has to still be there. I just haven't been on it yet. I think that's kind of sad, really, more than anything, but it's still kind of how I feel about it all. So, I don't know. It's hard to erase 30 plus years of memories. What can I say? I wish that I could be more progressive about it, and I don't know, supportive, I guess. But it's just hard. It's hard to erase that many years of memories. Next, we find ourselves in front of the Boardwalk Hotel, one of my most favorite ones on Disney property. I wanted to show this in particular because, first of all, the hotels here at Disney is a whole tradition in and of itself, and it requires a whole other video, so we're not going to be delving too much into that. But yes, my family and I enjoyed the hotels during the holidays. One of our favorite things to do, check out the decorations and such. But we're here at the Boardwalk particularly because we used to play handbells here. That's right, handbells. I don't necessarily remember where exactly we played that. Well, first of all, we were part of like a church group. We didn't go to that church, but the handbells were through a church group, and this was when I was in high school. But yeah, I don't remember where exactly here on the Boardwalk that we played them, but it was one of the things that we did during the holidays. Was we went to some of the hotels. We went here, we went to the Grand Floridian, and one other one that I don't remember, but we went to a few of them and we played our handbells, and it was a lot of fun. We got to go backstage, and it was just really cool. It was a really, really cool experience. So I always think of that when I come here to the Boardwalk, especially around the holidays, of course, because that's when we did it. Well, Cris the girl fun fact there for you. We have finally made it into Epcot, the final park of the day. In terms of holiday memories, there's not a ton that I'm going to be sharing here, but there's a lot of new stuff that I have not experienced before. Namely, the lights that are in Living with the Land. I know that has been around now for several years, but this will be my first time ever seeing it. So we gotta wait until it gets darker out for that. Also, I want to see Figment in his little holiday sweater. Never seen that before too. And then there's the whole middle section in front of or behind of, depending on how you look at it, the Spaceship Earth that just opened a few days ago that I haven't seen yet, so might as well take a look at that too. So a bunch of new things that we're going to experience here. Maybe get something to eat and just enjoy this beautiful evening. Candlelight processional is something that's been going on for the longest time, as long as I can remember. Glad to see that it's still a thing that happens here. They get some great guests in every single year. And some more fun facts here for you. So I went to Rollins College in Winter Park, and one of the directors for the Candlelight Processional is, and almost always has been, John Sinclair, which is the director of the music program at Rollins. And yes, I know who that is. I've met him before. He was the director when I was in school, and yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Also, my percussion instructors back in the day Beth and Danny Gottlieb have been percussionists in the Candlelight Processional for quite a while as well. I don't think they're doing it anymore, but back when I was going to school there and I was under their tutelage, I guess, they were percussionists here at the Candlelight Processional. And wouldn't you know it, I just ran into Beth and Danny Gottlieb, my old percussion instructors from way back in the day. I haven't seen them in like over 10 years. Holy moly. So that was so awesome. Go figure. Just talking about them over by the Candlelight Processional, and they're still doing it. So if you go here, you watch the Candlelight Processional, a handful of the percussionists in there are them, my old percussion instructors. Some of the best percussionists out there. So incredibly talented, and you have to be a part of the Candlelight Processional, especially for so long like that. So very cool to see them. Shout out to them. Such awesome people. What a great, great surprise for today. And hello, Epcot tree, which I don't know. I don't have the best memory when it comes to these things, but I don't think it's changed too much. It has all of the different holiday greetings in different languages and all that good stuff. And the tree has, I think, always been in this location as well, which is nice. The Epcot memory that I will share with you all, though, is Lights of Winter. Maybe you have heard of that before. I gotta be honest, I didn't even know that had a official name. What I'm talking about is the classic holiday Christmas light arch that used to line this entire walkway as you headed up into the tree. And it was truly one of the most beautiful Christmas displays I've ever seen. I'll throw a photo up on there too. Apparently, somewhere in there it also danced to music, which I honestly don't remember, not gonna lie, but it was always really pretty. You could get some of the prettiest photos in this section here, and I surely do miss that a lot. I guess their reasoning behind taking it away was because the quote-unquote technology for the Christmas lights expired, but they never put it back, and honestly, they easily could. Like, they easily could do something here, right? So, I don't know. I miss that a lot. It made for amazing photos, and it made this area, the whole park really, just a ton more festive. So we're gonna check this out when it gets dark out too. But I wanted to see this during the daytime, because now this whole area has opened up. They have finally put down the walls, and we can see Spaceship Earth directly in front of us. And of course, what used to be here was a beautiful fountain that also danced to music. They used to have shows out in this area too, and now it's a large planter. Alrighty, looks like they've added some seating off to the left, which is nice and definitely always needed. A nice place to sit down, have some food, or just rest, so that's good. And some more seating and walking space over in this area too. Looks like that's pretty much it, just kind of areas for people to stand. And this middle space in here, another great photo opportunity and a planter. Okay, more seating areas, some trash cans, lots and lots of plants. And then up on this ledge here is where Walt Disney is taking a seat. You can get a nice photo op over here too. And here's a look at everything from this angle as well. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's a lot of plants in here. I like the added seating and stuff. The music is trash. They really need to put the old music back. I mean, seriously, what are we doing here, folks? Like, it's just trash. But, I know, tell me how you really feel. But, yeah, it's, it's nothing to write home about, to be honest. Hopefully it's more impressive during the evening time, because right now I'm not really sure why that took so long for them to make. I'm being very, very critical in this video, by the way. So I don't know. We'll see when the lights go down. Anyway, complaining aside, the next things that we're gonna do, I'm sure I'm going to absolutely love. Journey into Imagination. We gotta check out Figment's little holiday sweater. I'm so excited to finally see this myself. I don't have really any holiday memories to share with you when I worked at this ride or Captain EO. When I took the job, it was basically right at Christmas time. / maybe even a little after. I definitely remember working here on New Year's, which is a whole thing in and of itself. But as far as Christmas goes, I don't really have any memories working here to share, at least.
Hello?
Who is this?
It's Figment!
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Look at his sweater.
You know, I'm sorry, but after that big stink in the smell lab, I hesitate to send you into the touch and taste labs.
Adorable.
I should end my open house right here.
Great idea. We'll go to my open house instead. It's much more fun. Right this way, everybody.
Figment, what is going on? You're turning this entire open house upside down.
Upside down? Now you're talking. That's the best idea you've had all day.
Oh, wow, it's going now. Last time we were here, it wasn't going, but now it is. This is straight out of the 90s, right here. Old school Figment, the best Figment. Why they ever changed this ride? I know why they changed it, but why they ever allowed that to happen, it's an abomination. This is really cool to see it again, though. The final thing left for today is checking out Living with the Land with all of the Christmas lights. It's still light out, so we have, I don't know, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. I think I'm gonna try to find a place to sit down until then. Your girl is tired. Here's dinner for the evening. I know it doesn't look like much, but honestly, I'm kind of excited about it. Just notice the sign is updated. Glimmering greenhouses. I guess that's what they're calling it. Cool.
To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times.
How adorable is this? Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, it's so cute.
Welcome to our glimmering greenhouses, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture illuminate the wondrous gifts we receive from the land.
The lights on the ground, too. All the fish are all decorated. So festive. This is adorable. Oh my gosh, the wrapping paper. Stop it right now. Oh my gosh. The cutest thing I've ever seen. Next room in here. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's adorable.
Citrus, like the
Oh, so
oranges grown
pretty.
here,
Oh, there's a little
are common
cotton
in
wreath.
Florida, but in northern Europe, where fresh fruit is rare in winter, they're much harder to find, making them an extra special stocking stuffer.
Aww.
During Chinese New Year, these vibrant fruits are given as gifts of good fortune. Many of the plants you see here help spice up the holidays. The bark of cinnamon trees, like the one growing beside you, is used to make cinnamon sticks.
I gotta say, that is a success. That was amazing. So good. Probably my new favorite thing ever. So adorable and festive. And you know what else it is? Simple, too. It's not like crazy, over-the-top stuff. It's just simple things. And that, I think, makes the most difference. Now it's a 65-minute wait. And I believe it. Very, very long line. Very popular. What a great addition. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And just to look at the tree off in the distance here, last thing we're gonna do is check out the new area now that it is dark out and see what the light situation is going over here. But yeah, one final look at the tree. Now just imagine a nice archway of lights all the way down that way, the monorail going through it. It certainly was magical. Oh well. Maybe someday it'll return. I think my thing with all of this too is like, this is so completely unremarkable. I could be walking through a mall right now. That's how I feel with all of this. All right, now we're getting a little bit more interesting with all of these prickly lights in here. Okay, so here is where all of the fancy lights are on the ground. They change color. Cool. All right, I think we probably got some copywritten music going on in here now. Is this from a movie? Can someone let me know if this is from a movie? Is it from the new movie Wish? I haven't seen it yet. I think this is from a movie, yeah. Okay. Well, that's happening right now. Okay, and it's over. I don't know how I feel about that. That movie literally just came out. They are putting a lot of confidence in it to be adding a whole thing in here. Granted, it wasn't, super impressive or anything like that, but nonetheless. They used to have lights on the ground. I don't know if anybody else remembers this. I'll put a photo on the screen here for you of just one of the examples there. But they used to have lights in the ground. I'm glad that they brought something, I don't want to say similar, but I'm glad they brought something along those lines back, I guess I should say. So there is that. So I would say, honest opinion, seeing it both during the day and at night, it is entirely unremarkable, and I am very unimpressed, and I don't understand why this took years to open and to build. Like, it literally doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't, but hey, here we are. You know what the thing is, though? I would enjoy it so much more if they just had the old music back. The music makes everything. It really, really does. And I miss the old music so much. That's what made Epcot to me. That's what made it one of my most favorite parks. And honestly, there's no reason for them to change it. There really isn't. They could just bring it back, because I know I'm not the only one who loves that music. So I don't know. I don't want to complain. I don't want to, just be a negative Nancy over here, but it's just my honest opinions. I really miss the old Epcot music a lot. It doesn't feel like Epcot without it to me. And I think that if they just had the old Epcot music, I wouldn't be looking at this with such negative lenses, I think. And that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed it and had a good time and enjoyed my memories and doing some new stuff with me as well. Here comes the music again. Here comes the music again. All right, hopefully you can hear me better here. Anyway, had a great time today. It was a lot of fun. Love park hopping, love spending all day at Disney. Very, very tiring, but it was worth it. And again, I hope that I didn't sound too overly critical of Disney. I kind of liken it to having a family member that you absolutely love, you'll always love and cherish, but you also are disappointed in them sometimes, or a lot of time, depending on which family member that is. And in my case, that's how I feel about Disney. I've been coming here since I was a child. I've been coming here since before I was born. And it's a place that I'm always going to love. It's always going to be my home. That's not ever going to change. But there's definitely always going to be things that disappoint me about it. And, I wish that they weren't the way that they were, but it is what it is. I'm just happy that I'm able to share my opinions with you all. I know I'm not the only person that feels the way that I feel, and I think that there's not enough representation out there of people like me and the thoughts that I have and such. It's part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel in the first place. I'm not gonna sit here and kiss Disney's butt, basically. Like, I'm gonna be critical of them and always give you all my honest opinion. All that being said, I've had so many amazing memories here. The holidays are so special to me, especially here at Disney. My mom had a procedure yesterday, so she's at home resting. That's why my parents aren't with me today, and Jay was doing his own thing as well. But I was able to share my memories, and it felt like they were all here with me today anyway. And I know that we'll all be back together at the parks very, very soon. So anyway, Thank you all so much for watching. I surely do hope you enjoy it. We're gonna be doing a lot more obscure Disney adventures coming up here in the new year, and I'm really, really excited about it. So once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye, everybody. See ya later.